Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Chess Orco. So the World Chess Championship has finished just 2 days earlier. So in this video I'm going to show you guys the final game which made Ding Liren the world champion. This is game 4 of the rapid playoffs between Liren Nepo and Ding Liren. And so let's start. Ding Liren was playing with the black pieces and Liren with the white pieces. So of course we are going to see the game from black's perspective, that is Ding Liren's perspective. So let's start. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, the Rai Lopez. a6, Morphy's defense, bishop a4, knight f6, the main line. And short castles, bishop e7, d3, and now b5 is more or less forced. Bishop b3 and d6. So as we know that Ding Liren is a big martial opening expert, and Liren Nepo has tricked him into playing non-martial or anti-martial openings. So Liren has forced Ding Liren to not play the martial. So this game is not any exception. So d6, he can't play d5 in one go because he has committed d3, not c3. If he had committed c3, then black can play the martial gambit. So a4, bishop d7, standard stops. Rook b8 is also a move. There is a lot of lines, so I'm not going to get into the opening that much. Bishop d7, h3 castles, bishop e3. Yeah, here the main move is of course knight bd2, rook e1, knight f1, knight g3, and getting a knight to f5 or something. But okay, bishop e3 is actually not that popular in the top grandmasters level. So let's go knight f5, bishop a2. And here Liren sacrifices a pawn, but the a4 pawn is super weak and it will fall after a certain time. So knight c3. And in the earlier game, game 2, where Liren had the white pieces, game 2 of the rapid playoffs, Liren had tried bishop d2, and Ding actually held that game pretty easily. But okay, that was also just 2 games earlier, and on the same day they had to play 4 games. So Liren tried to mix it up to play new openings. So he played knight c3, rook b8, and here Liren played a very strange move, which is bishop b1, which is supposedly preparation, but I mean bishop b1 yeah, bishop b1 is a move I can't really explain. No one can really explain. I mean, the idea is maybe get a c3 d4 break in the center, open the bishop. But okay, I mean, bishop b1 is just a strange move, and which actually cost Nepo the world championship. Actually, this move was the start of the disaster. So yeah, bishop b1, queen e8, Ding Liren just defends the a4 pawn. b3, obviously you can't take because the knight is hanging. This is very simple. So yeah, Ding Liren had to give up the pawn. So he played c5, knight captures a4, knight c6, and knight to c3. The a6 pawn is a weakness, so he defends it with a5, knight bd2, and yeah, I mean knight c3 here is also quite weird. I mean c3 d4 is so much natural. Try to get in the d4 break, try to open up this bishop, but yeah, Nepo chooses a wrong kind of move, what I would say. The commentators were saying that. So yeah, a5, knight bd2, bishop e6, knight c4, and yeah, Ding Liren strikes in the center. The center is blowing apart. Pawn captures d5, knight captures d5, bishop e3, bishop d2, sorry, knight captures c3, bishop captures c3, bishop c4, d4, sorry, b captures c4. If b captures c4, I mean the d file is open. Nepo was afraid of some rook d8 stuffs. Still, I mean, still d captures c4 looks so much more natural. Try to get in a bishop b2, c3, and open up this bishop. But he prefers b captures c4, bishop d8, defending or overprotecting the pawn on a5, bishop to d2, bishop c7, and this is a very sophisticated maneuver. And Ding Liren is already, I believe, slightly better. Black is already slightly better, and f5, and Ding Liren goes for it. Ding Liren wants to win this world championship in this game, and he does it in style. So let's see. Rook e1, rook to d8, rook a2. It's a good move. Try to defend the second rank. Queen to g6, queen e2, queen d6, threatening some e4 stuff, so have to play g3. And now rook de8, queen f3, and e4. e4 was a bit too much, bit too rash move. So Ding should have waited. According to the engines and the commentators, he should have waited and played some other pawn breaks. But okay, I mean f4 you are surrendering the e4 square. So there is a lot of possibilities here, but e4 was a bit too rash. According to the engine, white has gained the initiative again after e4. So e4, pawn captures e4, knight to e5, that is the whole plan. Queen g2, knight to d3, bishop d3, queen d3, pawn captures f5, rook captures e1, bishop captures e1, and queen captures c4. So attacking the rook on the corner, rook to a1, rook captures f5, and though the pawns are equal now, but black has a very dangerous outside pass pawn which can be fatal in the endgame. So let's see, bishop to d2, h6, just making a luft for the king, queen to c6, rook f7. You don't want to play something with the bishop because the bishop is loose and the queen can infiltrate on the 8th rank. So rook to e1, king h7, bishop e3 attacking the c5 pawn, and bishop to e5 attacking the c3 pawn, queen f7, bishop captures c3, rook to c1, and rook f6 is of course forced, otherwise rook captures c3 and you lose the rook on the f7 square. So queen to d7, queen e2 is a brilliant move, kind of, because if you take then check and the rook is gone and black would be completely winning here. So he played queen to d5, bishop b4, and this maneuver was a bit too much actually. I mean, still this is equal, but I mean Nepo could have just taken this pawn, bishop captures and queen capture, and this endgame is easily holdable. The a5 pawn is going to perish very soon because this is like very weak, and I mean, yeah, this is very easily drawable. But Nepo tried to go for perpetual checks with queen e4, queen d5, queen e4 check, but now Ding refuses this draw, and this is such an epic moment with the black pieces. Ding Liren said, I want to win this world championship in this game. I don't want to play in the Blitz playoff. Maybe Nepo could have been a bit favored in the Blitz. So yeah, this is a huge decision from Ding Liren, which turned out to be the best decision of his life, of his chess career, I would say. So yeah, queen f5, and yeah, Nepo blundered immediately. Here rook c2 was the best move according to the engines. And I mean, yeah, you have to keep the queen on this square to stop the c4 pawn break. But queen f5 just allows c4, or even here h4, h5 was a very interesting plan. Just keeping the queen to stop the c4 pawn break, to stop the c pawn. So queen f5 allowed c4, h4, and now queen d3, and now black is cruising. Black is completely winning here. Queen f3, rook f6, queen g4, c3, the pawns are marching and the two passers are so strong. Queen g6, you can't trade the queens, otherwise you're lost. Queen c8, rook c6, queen a8, rook d6 takes, queen e4 check, queen g6, queen d5, rook d6. Here rook d6 was a bit too rash from Ding because it gives away some of the advantage, but it's still fine and it's still winnable. So queen b on check, but a4, and this is some huge mistake, because after bishop e5 and a3, if white plays h5, then queen f7 is a huge threat, and this is a very tough position to hold. I mean, something like queen b4 or something is necessary to stop the infiltration of the queen, but here Nepo blundered with a move. After a3, Nepo blundered with queen c7, and after queen g6 there's nothing. So that's why h5 was so important, to stop the queen from coming to the g6 square and getting the g7 pawn and getting a lot of pressure on the g7 pawn. But after this move, queen c7 and queen g6, now black is just cruising. Two pass pawns, you can't take any because the other pass pawns is running, and this is just devastation. And he goes with queen c4. I guess bishop captures c5 could have been played, but yeah, I mean, takes, queen f6, the pawns are running. This is just too much. So he played queen c4, c2, and yeah, bishop e3, bishop d6, king g2. This is just, h5 is very clutch move from Ding, the best move as well. Bishop e5, the pawns are rolling, g4, h5 last try, but queen f5 not giving up the c2 pawn. Queen e4, g3, f4, a2, queen captures a2, and bishop captures f4. And here Jan Nepomniachtchi resigned, and Ding Liren wins a beautiful game, and he becomes the world champion, because here there is nothing more to be done. You can't take on f4, there is mating threats all over the board. The king is so weak, the c pawn is almost going to be a queen next. So here Jan resigns, and Ding Liren, this is a moment for his lifetime. And yeah, what a miraculous journey this was from Ding Liren. He was not even supposed to play in the candidates event. He got his chance at last when Sergey Karyakin just got banned because of some Twitter scandals, and he got to play in the candidates. He was not even going to play in the World Championship. He was dead draw. He was in a dead draw position against Hikaru Nakamura, but he gets that win. Crazy journey from Ding Liren. He was never winning in this whole match. The one time he led, he won the World Championship. So yeah, bow down to Lord Ding Liren, and yeah, congratulations to him. And also Ding Nepo played very well. He played throughout this whole tournament. Both of them had played fighting chess. We have got a lot of great games. So congratulations to both of them. And goodbye guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, then like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the Chess Orko channel. Goodbye guys.